Here with Lady Demon head coach Anna Nimz after Stephen F. Austin. Coach, we talked about it earlier this week, knew it was going to be a tough game. Stephen F. very, very good in pretty much all phases of the game, I would have to say. But just looking at the numbers and the stats and everything, I think the thing that probably jumps out to me, and I'm sure jumps out to you as well, is the limited turnovers, and certainly in terms of what we've seen the past few weeks for us and what they're capable of defensively. So I would say probably a big bright spot for you after that.
Yeah, we just got done talking in the locker room, and there's a lot of things that we can do 100% better. Just flat out, just not getting out to shooters, not getting our hands up, not sprinting out, not closing out, so on and so forth. But that one right there, we definitely did a much better job on. We've been turning the ball over 29 times a game, and a lot of unforced turnovers. Now, we had a few unforced again tonight, but against a team that's averaging, that they're typically forcing 26 turnovers, with their opponent, and we had 16, that's something good for us. So not only did we stay under what they're averaging and forcing, we also stayed under what we've unfortunately been giving up. So that's a small victory for us, and obviously that's something that we talked about and something that trying to pump them up about. We just have to continue to see that. We haven't had that low of a turnover count since the first game we played, and so versus ULM. And so that's something that we need to capitalize on and continue to get better and bring that 16, see if we can't drop it a few moving into Saturday's game.
Speaking of capitalizing, one thing I kind of noticed early on was even against the pressure, the full court, the half court, their zone, we were able to get some pretty good looks at the basket on the offensive side. They just didn't go in, and I know that had to be disheartening early in the game for sure. It
is. We talk at practice about you guys got to finish what you create, and I thought they created a handful of 2-foot shots, and they didn't go in. And so we talk a lot about you have to practice some game speed, and really getting our girls to go game speed in practice has been something that has been a struggle. It's one of those things. It's non-negotiable. We got to be able to compete at a high level for us to get better. So I think, to an extent, maybe we were almost shocked that we got such wide open shots. They did such a good job of playing through each other, pass, fake, pass. They did some things that were really nice, and I'm really proud of them for that. But then when we had the chance to get that bucket, we were shooting it over the lip of the rim instead of using the backboard, or we were taking long twos instead of maybe getting into one or two more dribbles, getting a higher percentage shot. But the good news is the more you shoot, the more they'll go in, and so that's something that's correctable. So the nice thing about getting those shots, albeit that we missed it, is that we're getting them, and I thought they did a very good job of getting into the paint and playing through each other a little bit better tonight. Not as many forced shots. Now we did have a handful of block shots. Kept shooting it into darn 13's hands. So, and so there's some maturity more about that. Getting in there instead of taking that shot, let's pass it out one more time and make them play defense a little bit longer. But yeah, didn't have good offensive night in the sense that ball didn't go in the hoop, but we at least were able to take a small victory away from being able to run our offense side to side.
Also seemed like just really throughout the game that there was a lot of, really on both sides of the floor, effort in places, hustle plays here and there by a lot of different girls, and certainly at least moving specifically into Saturday's game against Southeastern, I know that's probably something you're definitely wanting to build on for sure.
Yeah, we talked in the first quarter in particular. I thought we did not have any of those hustle plays where the ball's going out of bounds and SFA's running for it, and we had White standing and watching. And so that was something in the timeout we were able to correct. And then, to the girls' credit, Julia got on the ground a couple times. I thought Andrea got a few tips on the ball. KG and Alexia did a nice job picking up in the full court and getting some turns. Alexia with a few hustle plays on the tip out. OSHA always, she's always creating something, be it for downhill drives or trying to get just sprinting back on defense. But handful of good hustle plays. So again, small victory. Did it help us win? No, but it kept the game lower than what they've been doing. And so, like I said, we're really trying to take away small victories right now. Turnover situation was better. A few more hustle plays than we've been doing. Running our offense a little bit better. The other day in practice, we shot 30% somehow from the free throw line. Today, we shot 66%. So although I want 75%, 66 is much better than 30. And so we got to keep finding those positives to continue to encourage the girls to do those, and then fixing the things that we're definitely missing on.
And then at the end of the day, it's still about building, about the process, and hammering down on that.
Hammer down now. Got to have a good process, and I say it and I'm laughing, but if I got to be able to continue to believe in that. 0-9, sometimes you fall away from the process, but it's the only thing that works. And so we got to hammer down that and just move forward. And we're looking forward to Saturday's game, another road game, but we've been living on the road, so it's nothing new. Have a couple good practices and get on to that game on Saturday.
All right, Coach. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Borkum.